Welcome to Coin Spyder, the channel where hidden treasures from the world of coins are uncovered and explained in the most fascinating way. Today we are about to dive deep into the story of a coin that may look small, but it carries a world of history, culture, and design, the South African 20-cent coin from the year 2009. Before you even think about skipping, let me promise you this. The story of this coin is not just about metal and numbers, but about a nation's identity, its natural beauty, and its history told through art. From its beautiful King Protea flower design to the powerful coat of arms on the other side, this coin is like a miniature history book in your pocket. And if you stay with me until the end of this video, you will not only learn every single detail about this coin, but you'll also discover facts that even many coin collectors don't know. So grab your seat, because on Coin Spyder, we don't just talk about coins, we bring them to life. First impressions of the coin. At first glance, the South African 20-cent coin might look like any ordinary piece of change, but a closer look quickly reveals its true uniqueness. Unlike many modern coins that feature plain and simple designs, this coin is bold and full of detail. On one side, you will immediately notice the number 20, followed by the letter C, which clearly represents its value of 20 cents. But this is not just about the number. Surrounding it is a striking image of the King Protea flower, South Africa's national flower, carefully engraved with depth and texture. The edges are not perfectly round, but rather polygonal, giving it a shape that makes it stand out in your hand. When you hold it under the light, every curve and line of the flower shines with artistry, reminding you that coins are not only money, but also miniature works of art, the reverse side and its symbolism. Now let's turn our attention to the reverse side of the coin, the side that proudly displays South Africa's coat of arms. This design immediately shows strength, pride, and national unity. At the very top, you can see a rising sun, a symbol of rebirth and the promise of a new day. Beneath it, there are two human figures greeting each other, representing unity and the spirit of togetherness. Below that lies a shield with a spear and a knob carry, both traditional weapons that remind us of the country's history of defense and resilience. At the very bottom, you will find the Protea flower again, linking back to the nation's natural beauty. And framing it all is the motto, K.A. Jara K, written in the ancient Khoisan language, meaning diverse people unite. Every time you look at this side of the coin, you are reminded that it is more than money. It is a symbol of an entire nation's story. The year 2009. The date 2009 printed on this coin is not just a random number. It marks a very interesting time in South Africa's history. By 2009, South Africa had been a democracy for 15 years since the end of apartheid in 1994. The country was preparing to host the 2010 FIFA World Cup, the first time this great event would be held on African soil. This meant South Africa was in the global spotlight, and national pride was at its peak. The coins produced in these years were part of a period when the nation wanted to showcase its progress, unity, and beauty to the world. For collectors, the year 2009 adds a special layer of historical context because it connects the coin to one of the most celebrated eras in modern South African history. The King Protea design. The King Protea, which you see dominating the coin's design, is not just any flower. It is the national flower of South Africa and one of the most admired plants in the entire world. Known for its large size and crown-like petals, the King Protea symbolizes change, beauty, and courage. It grows in the unique ecosystem of South Africa known as the fynbos, a type of shrubland rich in biodiversity. By placing this flower on the 20-cent coin, South Africa pays tribute to its rich natural environment and reminds its people of the beauty that belongs to their land. For a collector, having a coin with such a significant national symbol is like holding a piece of the country's identity in your hand. Shape and metal composition. Another fascinating detail about the 20-cent coin is its shape and what it is made of. Unlike smooth-edged coins, this one has a polygonal outline with many sides, making it instantly recognizable by touch. This was designed not only to help the visually impaired, but also to make the coin more difficult to counterfeit. As for the material, the 2009 edition of the 20-cent coin was made using bronze-plated steel, giving it that shiny golden brown appearance. Bronze has been used in coins for thousands of years, and its durability ensures that the coin can circulate for decades without losing its character. The choice of material and shape shows the balance between tradition and modern practicality in South Africa's coin making. The multilingual inscription. One of the most special features of South African coins is the use of different languages on them. On the 2009 20-cent coin, you can clearly see the words Africa Chipembe, which is Venda for South Africa. The South African Mint rotates the languages across different coin issues to reflect the country's 11 official languages, a system that ensures fairness and representation. This means that depending on the year, your coin may carry South Africa in English, Afrikaans, Zulu, Xhosa, or any of the other official languages. This multilingual rotation is unique and shows the true diversity of South Africa, making each coin not only valuable in money, but also in culture. Collectible value. Now, let's talk about what collectors really want to know. The value of the coin. The 2009 South African 20-cent coin is still relatively modern, so in everyday circulation, it is worth its face value of 20 cents. However, for coin collectors, its value can be slightly higher depending on its condition. A coin in average circulated condition might not fetch much more than its face value, but if you have one in uncirculated or mint condition, collectors may pay more, especially if they are trying to complete a date set of South African coins. Historical continuity of the 20-cent coin. The 20-cent denomination in South Africa has been around since the decimal system was introduced in 1961. Over the years, the design has changed, but its place in the currency system has remained important. Earlier versions of the 20-cent coin featured different flowers, such as the arum lily, but the King Protea was introduced to give the coin a stronger national identity. The 2009 edition continues this proud tradition, linking back to earlier coins while also representing a new South Africa under its updated coat of arms. For collectors, studying these changes through the years is like reading chapters of a nation's history, each coin telling its own part of the story. Why this coin stands out globally. When compared to coins from around the world, the South African 20-cent coin stands out for several reasons. First, its polygonal shape is not very common, giving it a unique look and feel. Second, the use of the King Protea flower is not only beautiful, but also symbolic, as very few countries use their national flower so prominently in their coinage. Third, the multilingual inscriptions add another layer of uniqueness. After all, how many countries have coins that change their language depending on the year of minting? These features make the coin attractive not only to South Africans, but also to international collectors who appreciate diversity and cultural richness in coins. The coin in everyday life. Although collectors see it as a treasure, it's important to remember that the 20-cent coin is still an everyday object for millions of South Africans. It is used in small purchases, given as change, and carried in pockets and purses across the country. For many, it might seem ordinary, but when you stop to look closely, you realize that this small coin carries the pride of a nation. Children might first encounter it while buying sweets, and adults might see it as just a spare change. But to a collector, even these everyday uses add charm because they tell the story of real life and how coins quietly move through people's hands every day. So there you have it, the complete story of the 2009 South African 20-cent coin. From its beautiful King Protea design to its powerful coat of arms, from its multilingual inscriptions to its history connected with the year 2009, this coin is more than just money. It is a true piece of art and culture. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coins, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Coin Spyder for more incredible stories hidden inside coins from around the globe. And remember, every coin you come across might be ordinary for others, but for a collector, it could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Keep your eyes open, keep collecting, and stay tuned for the next journey into the fascinating world of coins, only here on Coin Spyder.